Welcome to the Nameless Voices podcast. This is episode number 19, and we are doing a perfectly normal show with absolutely no holidays today and nothing special to speak of, so shut up. My name is Nanashi, I'll be your host for the evening, and I apologize in advance for whatever the show is going to be. Joining me tonight is a few of our usuals. We have our living identity crisis Kaos, going by Genderbent Garfield.
Can't believe I fucking said it.
We have our token salad enthusiast Reborn.
Now with 20% more bullets.
And we have our dedicated Smash player Yugiyosh.
For the record, right now I'm going full dodgeball sound energy.
So how are you guys doing tonight?
I'm alive. Does that count for anything?
Same.
True.
I have no idea what fucking good cards to actually put into this. Like, good general cards.
Do you want me to send you a thing of my shark deck?
No.
Nah, you gotta go with the meta deck. You gotta build 40 cards worth of sparks.
It's a normal rare deck.
Yeah, normally it wouldn't be such a big deal, but they borked their rarity so hard you can't build hardly anything.
That's why I'm building fucking, like, half Time Lords and half maybe some other shit.
I did see one brave lad try to make aliens work, but the event makes their extra deck just completely gone.
Damn. I would love to try that. The problem is, like, since most of my cards are either Blue Eyes or from Secret Pools, like the Dragon Maids, I can't even compete in that tournament outside the base game deck, that you get for the story.
You know what? I'm running Volcanic Queen.
Well, there you go, the original Kaiju bitch.
Plus
Wait,
what?
Yeah, she's the original Kaiju bitch.
I hear kaijus and I thought you meant like actual kaijus, like there was a monster I forgot.
Well, she was the original. She was the very first, except for Lava Golem.
Or Santa Claus?
Yeah.
I think Santa Claus came after her.
Santa Claus is a real card? No fucking way.
Well, it's not what you think it is. It's Santa Claus by name, but with a W instead of a U.
I hear. Alright, so the way you described it, that's basically what's the name they gave what's his name? Kuro in One Piece. Like in the dub, in the One Piece, in the 4Kids dub.
What's the spell card that searches Torrential?
Oh, Fury of Karyushin.
You can also just use like Upstart Goblin.
Which
Oh,
draws
okay.
one, but
No, I mean, I'm
Doesn't
running.
search
I
for
mean,
it, but, you know.
that's kind of counterintuitive running Time Lords, don't you think?
Little bit.
Yeah, I forgot how they are. Fair enough.
True.
Like, yes, I'm gonna totally.
Yeah, like Time Lords, a pseudo burn deck.
Yeah.
And that's cool, but if that's all they really do, then I don't have any interest.
You're running a burn deck, but you're not running Sparks? That's heresy.
Alright, well before we go any farther, I should probably get the courtesy stuff out of the way. First off, I'd like to thank our patrons, which includes Yugiyosh here, as well as Bat Bucky, Captain Ninetails, and X-Zero. Thank you all for being so generous.
Anytime, I'm happy to help.
And as far as birthdays this month, we have Kid Kudos on the 11th, Mimikyu on the 12th, Captain Ninetails on the 18th, Bat Bucky on the 19th, and Lost G on the 24th. Happy birthday in advance to every single one of you.
You're still being 1 year older and 1 year
Waking the
closer to
Dragon
old
is
jokes.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm already there.
Waking the Dragon is not a rare or normal. Fuck.
I can't say I'm surprised.
I'm 25 and my girlfriend still makes jokes about me going into a retirement home next month.
dude, I'm 33. I'm 33.
Yeah, I know. I tell her, I'm like, I'm not old yet. She's like, you're older than me. That means you're old.
Zoomer logic.
What do you
Zoomer
mean?
logic.
Bad Zoomer logic.
I thought you meant me for a sec.
I thought, no, it could be worse. You could go to a tournament and a kid asks you what the hell polymerization is. Then you realize that you're older than dirt.
So a couple of things I'd like to go over because they're actually kind of important to me. First off, yesterday was my 5th wedding anniversary.
Yeah, congrats for that. Like I said, I would have got you guys something, but I found out too late.
Oh, it's perfectly fine. But what I was getting at was that our 5th wedding anniversary was yesterday, and it went completely awry.
Oh.
What happened?
Well,
Well, first off, I had to work that morning.
Oh, Meld.
Yeah.
And when I got off of that morning, I had to go to the bank, and since I take the bus, it's a bit of a mess to go anywhere important in a convenient manner. Because I wasn't paying attention, I ended up missing my bus and had to sprint for 10 straight minutes just to catch it. See, I was extremely lucky because this bus happened to need to go up a separate street and back before it headed toward town, so I caught it on the way out of that street. My legs still hurt from that, by the way.
Yeah, the bus is for you, unfortunately.
Well, I had to wait in line at the bank and ended up missing my connecting bus, so I went to Dollar General to kill time until the next one, and Dollar General is just no longer a value.
What do you mean?
Everything that was a value, like their $1 ramen bowls or $2 bottles of soda, has gone up significantly, and their value is just no longer there.
I never understand the logic of dollar stores having anything more than $1.
Well, Dollar
You
Tree
hear that,
is-
Dollar General? You're canceled.
Dollar Tree was the only one that actually had $1 per item usually. The others had multiple items in increments of $1 each, 1, 2, 3, 5, etc. And ever since Dollar Tree broke their pricing dynamic, everyone has been upping their prices.
Which is dumb.
Yeah.
It's literally in the name.
No,
Like, this hurts my soul worse than I realized that $5 footlongs weren't actually $5.
Or footlongs.
Yes, they were like 4 feet and change.
They're not.
And I'm like,
What has this world gone to?
Hey, Nanashi, remember you thought this was going to be a stable stream?
I thought it might be, but then I remember we have Genderbender over here.
Damn.
Alright, so next up is kind of important. We all know about Discord updating its terms of service, and the program itself has kind of been a little bit buggy lately.
yeah,
So I already told everyone in the server itself, but I have made an account and backup server on a platform called Gilded. So if anything happens to us, we can reconnect there instead. There's a link to it in every video I'm going to be making from now on. It's like 98% Discord, but it has some different sound effects, the font is different, the upload limitations are way higher, and you know how we always have to go to a separate chat text room when we do voice calls? Well, they combined each audio and video streaming channel with its own personal chat space so you don't have to hunt it down.
So if I have push to talk on, I don't have to be in the app to use it.
And this is probably the best part about Gilded. They have this unique feature called Groups, which is basically servers within servers.
That actually sounds pretty cool.
It is. I've been making servers for each individual game I play, furry stuff, gaming as a whole, the podcast. I have a half dozen of these things set up in the server already, all connected to roles that you can grab that'll make them appear. It's been nice messing with it because I kind of miss making servers and setting them up with special features and such, so this just felt nice to do. Yeah, it's Gilded, Guilded.
I really wish it had an app though, so that way it'd be easier access.
Oh no, it exists.
Okay, I'll install it after this thing because I didn't know. I thought it was only on browser.
It doesn't have 100% of the features on mobile yet, but it's definitely there.
Figured. I mean, mobile Discord's the same way, where it doesn't have the same, like, everything that the desktop version has, so that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
What if you use forbidden scripture while a Time Lord's declaring an attack?
Well, its attack is 0,
Something happens,
so
I don't know.
Wait a minute. This is actually stupid. So, you know how do you know the effect?
Yeah.
Forbidden scripture is if a monster battles an opponent's monster during damage calculation, negate all other card effects on the field until the end of the damage strip. Does that include the Time Lord?
I'm not sure, actually. I'll need to check into that real quick.
sorry guys, baby nephew. I was in.
Oh, you're fine, man. I'm not sure about the continuous effects, but the Time Lord trigger effects activate at the end of the battle phase, and this spell only works during the damage calculation.
So I could just do that to entirely just...
Upheave the board to save for free? Yes.
So it doesn't negate my Time Lord's effect.
Correct.
Okay, so let's get this out of the way next. We all know about the Oscars with the Will Smith slap and all the memes that have been coming from it.
We will rock you.
There's that, there's the one with Spider's dramatic finish, there's the one with the Smash, but there's so many of them that are just fighting game ones, and I hate that because I like play fighting games that I gotta watch all of them. Like, it gets old after a while.
Well,
Just
sad
K
part-
rule.
I-
Just K rule as Will Smith fucking clapping someone.
The sad part is, because of that, hardly anyone paid attention to the Venus Williams nip slip.
What?
There was an
What?
actual thing.
Yeah, that was a thing that happened, but it was overshadowed both by and just like how Will Smith slapped someone 6 inches shorter than him.
That's probably a good thing, though.
I think this secretly means
Probably a good
that
thing.
most of America is gay.
Okay, Blitz plans to join in later. Awesome.
That's good.
I don't know about
Uh,
that, but that sounds hilarious.
One moment I remember from the Oscars that I've seen a lot, that someone mentioned that they're like, I don't know why this is getting glossed over, is like, Samuel L. Jackson getting an Oscar from, like, being presented from Denzel Washington, if I remember correctly.
Is that supposed to be important?
Because they're like, I don't know, apparently it's got something to do with the fact that like they're like the most influential when it comes to like what they've done and stuff like that. Something, I don't know. I don't remember the reason. I remember it was like something that sounded kind of fucked up, but it wasn't, or something like that. I don't know. I'm not gonna bother with remembering it. All I know is that like they try to make a big deal out of it.
They usually do. Now, there is something I want to talk about personally. It's kind of important to me. Now, I've never tried to hide that I'm a furry from anyone. It's just part of me.
Wait, you're a furry?
Funny.
I
Bruh.
didn't know.
Yeah, I'm a furry.
No, I had no idea.
I
Congrats.
can't tell if you're making an April Fool's joke or if you're serious.
I'm being 100% serious.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm a big fan of this comedian named To the Ranting Griffin. He's a furry comedian. I think he's genuinely hilarious. He's up there for me with Swagger Souls and McNasty and Mr. Medicare. He's also been through a lot of shit recently, like kicking his alcoholism almost single-handedly by going from 30 vodka shots daily to completely quitting in only a couple of months. I have mad respect for the guy. He's also a VTuber. But he fell victim to the world of Twitter canceling and blacklisting him for a solid 5 or 6 years since like 2016 because he said something that offended Twitterers.
So he said something. And when I say I mean like because Twitter gets triggered by almost everything.
Yeah, Twitter twitters itself pretty much daily.
Yup.
This is true.
But what happened?
You could probably see Karens in the bushes waiting for someone to say something. And then
Why,
the
you
Karens
say, like,
come out going,
Well, what happened is he recently got invited to an all-new furry convention in Glenpool, Oklahoma. It's called Free For All. It's at the end of July, and he was invited as the guest of honor. He's finally getting back into events, and it makes me really happy to see it.
Oh, that's cool.
ooh.
And
Surprised the comedian would be near be at FurCon. At least if they weren't a furry themselves. But then again, that doesn't surprise me that much.
Well, he is a furry, but the biggest furry convention in the world, Anthrocon, is technically not a furry convention. It's an anthro convention, so anything even remotely anthro is welcome.
What about stuff like Piranha Plant?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's included. But that's pretty much all I had to talk about beforehand, so unless someone else has something to talk about, we can just dive right into Yu-Gi-Oh!
Actually, I might have something, but we'll save that for the other TCG part.
Works for me. So first off, we finally have live events coming back into circulation, but they're pretty much a moot point because the Worlds event was canceled due to both COVID and the Russia-Ukraine bullshit.
That's just sad.
But still, they're bringing back live events so long as Yu-Gi-Oh! Players take care of themselves, which has always been something of a point of contention, so we'll just have to see where that goes.
I'm gonna try that. Yeah, I can't even say that with a straight face. You are completely correct.
Yeah.
Reborn, no offense, but you sound like you're talking from outside a window right now.
Yeah, I'm actually
It's
in
not bad,
my
it's funny.
I'm actually in me mom's room, hiding from the maelstrom known as my cousin.
That's fair. Well, then let's get the events out of the way. The first one is a YCS in Charlottesville, North Carolina. Then at the end of May in Hartford, Connecticut. Then it just jumps over the summer and lands on September in Niagara Falls, Ontario, then in October for Minneapolis, Minnesota, and one in November for Pasadena, California.
I'm surprised there's none for East Coast.
Maybe they plan to announce those days later.
Possibly.
I would love to go to one of these things. My friend Simon actually has a Vanguard thing for Standard and V.
Nice. So for the new products, Hidden Arsenal Chapter 1 is finally out, and I find it hilarious that the most expensive cards in the pack are literally none of the Hidden Arsenal cards.
Yeah, that's just Konami at this point.
The most expensive cards in order, when I checked, were Skill Drain, Shining Flare Wingman, Formula Synchron, and the new Pile Armed Dragon.
Bruh.
I'm sorry, why is there an Elemental Hero card in there?
Pack filler.
So fucking dumb, it doesn't make any sense.
It never does.
It makes
Also,
100% sense.
And there's one.
The reason I think Shining Flame Wingman was in there because of Power of the Elements, because the Neos Flame Wingman.
Okay, that does make sense, actually. But here's something that bugs me. They reprinted Night Assailant in the OCG. They errata Night Assailant in the OCG so it can't recover itself anymore for infinite discard fodder. And it got a reprint in this box, but as far as I can tell, it wasn't errata in this box.
Wait, what?
Why?
I don't know. It would have been such a simple fix, and I tried my hardest to double and triple check, hoping I was wrong, but nothing.
Honestly, I'm starting to think like even though he had nothing to do with the Yu-Gi-Oh section of Konami, once Kojima left Konami, it all went downhill from there.
What's
To
the
be
dog
fair-
doing is all I have to ask. I don't know. Honestly, it's just like everything just happens. Ah yes, more Dark Magician support that doesn't actually fucking do anything.
What else is new?
Yeah. Basically the Pikachu of fighting Yu-Gi-Oh! Where it gets all this support, all this fan service, and it doesn't do a damn thing for its viability.
Yeah.
Oh, also the Speed Duel GX Duel Academy box was delayed again to yesterday, but it did finally get released.
Why am I not even surprised?
My
I
thing is,
might pick it up because of Dasher.
because of who?
Dasher. D-Hero Dasher.
Destiny Hero Dash.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's a thing.
The funny thing is, like, you said yesterday, when, like, this video was gonna be up way past April Fool's Day, honestly.
Well,
I don't know what small engines I can actually run in this.
That's a tough question, actually. After that is the Albaz structure, and they finally released the...
Holy fuck, the amount of amazing reprints are in there.
Exactly, except for one thing. They did not give us Ice Dragon's Prison.
What was it?
What they were-
again?
What they replace it with?
I think they gave us Pinpoint Guard or something, I don't really remember.
What kind of
Wait.
Celtic bull?
Pinpoint
It'd be
guard?
funny if it was something lame, like a reprint of, what's it called? Fucking... It'd be funny if they give it, like, not a Rada, but, like, a new form of, like, Beaver Warrior, something dumb like that.
Well, we're gonna come back to that point later because of something else got leaked. But, Ghosts from the Past 2022, The Second Haunting, is still dropping on May 6th, but there's no new information on the set.
Wait, what the fuck? Kaijus are actually not... There are actually a couple of... What if I made Time Lord Kaijus?
Go for it.
You know, that is an option.
Absolutely, go for it. But I don't think Slumber is available.
Hero Wonder Front is.
Oh.
So... about the thing that you mentioned, I'm Ascended.
Ghosts from the Past?
Yeah, that. Why didn't they just wait till October to release it? Because it makes so much sense.
Well, it's not a Halloween-themed pack, it's a pack that reprints a bunch of classic cards, usually.
Oh, well, that name is misleading as hell.
I want them to just give me my Boral and Dragon already.
Well, it drops May 6th, so...
Cannot dismiss. They actually made a kaiju. There's actually like a
fuck?
kaiju. So in Master Duel, apparently there's like a kaiju, I guess, a kaiju thing, a kaiju arc. I don't know what it's exactly called.
Storyline?
Yeah, kaiju storyline. What the fuck?
No.
Oh,
You mean to spend money on the kaiju boosters when you can get them for free?
There's some that you can get for free.
I feel
that's
robbed.
fine.
It's gonna be funny. I'm probably gonna have to grind for that.
Watch it be freaking like Lag or Kumo for the free cards you get. You know, the worst of the kaijus.
Wait, what worst ones?
It's Lag. I forget her name. It's Lag and Kumo, which is the spider. It's like Lag a seal.
Oh, Gamma Seal.
The ones that I'm
That
seeing.
one, that one.
It is Gamma Seal, actually.
No, she has the.
Where is it Lag? What the fuck?
Also, Gamma Seal is the best one.
I thought she was the worst.
She had
No.
lowest attack. She's still the
Lowest
best
attack.
one.
Gamma Seal's the lowest attack.
Okay.
Therefore, it's the best because you can run over it pretty darn quickly with anything.
So basically, it's the best to give your opponent, but it's also one of the best the best in terms of effects, right?
Yeah, it's the best in terms of effect too.
Yeah, but you need counters to negate things is the issue, which means you need the field spell.
Damn.
But the
The
problem
sad part
is
is you can't use more than one.
Fair. If that's the case, why not try Gradle Kaiju?
I tried. I don't have that one yet. So I need to pull it. The problem is
Gradles are a separate archetype of...
No, Gradle is a separate archetype that steals opponents' monsters when they die in certain ways.
wait. So that kaiju can work in that deck instead of only in kaijus?
Yes. You tribute your opponent's monster and summon a kaiju. You normal summon your Grader. You attack into it. You resolve its effect. You attack into it with another Gradle. That one resolves its effect, and then you start ending up like taking your opponent's resources or other positive effects in order to fuck with.
Well, damn.
I think it was Communicat or someone that was in the community a while ago.
Oh yeah, Cat. They did.
Yeah, they made a fucking Gradle Kaiju frog deck,
Oh,
and it
God.
was
Oh my god.
it was fucking gas.
I
It
bet
was amazing.
miss
I really wish
Communicat.
that video was still out because it was
I wanna-
incredible.
I want to see a penguin deck, but I want to see it with like one kaiju specifically. Like two kaijus, one to give your opponent so you can summon your kaiju, but I mean like one specifically to go with it, like Gamma.
Well, Gamma Seal is searchable off ice barriers, so that would be doable.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, make it work with only Gamma, but give yourself
Why?
like 3 copies of Gamma and 3 copies of the other one, just so you can have someone. If I remember correctly, Kumo has the same stats as her, though.
No, it's 200 stronger.
Oh, that's right. I don't know why. I feel like Kumo's like weaker than her in terms of like just being card, not beat stick terms. But like something about that feels off. Still, it feels like Kumo should be the weakest, honestly.
You'd think so, but no. But getting back on topic, Dimension Force is dropping on May 20th, which means we're getting the Pendulum supporting Link, but no one seems to care about the new Scared Claws, which are just a new incarnation of Crusadia.
Oh, are you kidding? I'm actually excited for that.
Oh, really?
I said it before, but I'm more interested in that Labyrinth archetype.
Well, that
I'm
one's
more
dropping
interested in
completely
giving
separate.
support. I'm more interested in giving support to architects there, but
She can take me into that labyrinth and do whatever she wants with me.
hey yo.
But yeah, Therions look kind of cool. Big bosses that self-summon and equip to each other, that's kind of fun.
That actually sounds pretty busted.
But after that is Duels from the Deep dropping on June 10th. It has the new Umi and Mako support, the Sharks, and the Marincess cards.
Oh, yeah, oh wait, it has... Oh, that's not out yet? I thought it came with the Kragan stuff. What the
No,
fuck?
completely
I
separate.
thought it was out yet.
Bruh.
Yeah, I thought it was out already.
It's coming out soon.
Bruh.
That's the reason I was bringing it up.
Oh my
What's wrong with them?
Y'all already
Why
know
wouldn't
what
they
I'm.
just release it with the shark and other stuff? What's wrong with them?
Well, yeah, it's all dropping in the same box soon.
Not out. It's not out yet.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
It got delayed.
Oh.
Well, hey, Blitz.
My man turned into a ghost once he joined. What the hell?
Probably getting set up. Well, after that, we have Tactical Masters dropping on July 1st, which has the new Valiant's Pendulum deck.
I brought the food home, so I'm gonna be replying slowly.
That's
They
That's fine.
they gypped me on fish. They're supposed to give me 7 pieces, but
Well, it's a to-go order. They know they can get away with it.
Yeah.
and the church doesn't like me because I'm pagan. So
I'm Nihilist, I can relate.
No, I hear nihilistic. I think of Nihiligo, like that dumb Pokemon. They
wait,
were
when we did a ban list, let me know because I got a lot of things I need to talk about that.
Oh, I wasn't going to talk about the ban list.
McKeon, the
Why
Time
not?
Lord's limited.
Of
You know
course
what?
it
That's
is.
fair. That's fair.
Why wouldn't you bring it up though?
Well, the next ban list isn't going to be for a couple months, I think.
Fair enough. Also, you did cover it in a video on your channel anyway.
I'm gonna interrupt real fast. I'm a firm believer Scythe and freaking Verte are gonna live.
Yeah,
Are you kidding? Absolutely.
Well, Valiance is the new pendulum deck. It revolves around moving back and forth in the main monster zones and forward and back into the spell trap zones, and it stole that dirt old spell card Senate switch and made it a part of its archetype by making it searchable.
I don't know why that sounds like it should have been a thing from the start.
Did we talk about the Mystic Mine archetype yet?
I was about to get to that.
The Mystic Mine archetype makes me just want to find the Konami employees who came up with this and drop them in a bath of acid.
Oh, they're choosing to have me go
What's
first.
called a Mystic Mind? I'm so confused.
Mystic Mine is a field spell that makes the player with the most monsters unable to attack or activate monster effects, which is straight denial for one side of the board.
That's kind of dumb,
It is.
because it can work against you.
Well, the fairness is supposed to be that it self-destructs if both players have the same number of monsters at end phase.
I was wondering like how that works in that situation.
Well, they confirmed the Mr. Rune archetype, which is just quick play spell everything. Every quick play spell is both instant fusion for their archetype, or it does something incredibly basic with a bonus of banishing cards from the top of the opponent's deck.
I was gonna say face down is a bit too steep.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's still lopsided because each card they use can banish anywhere from 1 to 4 cards from your deck, so the average turn likely deletes anywhere from a third to a half of your deck.
Yeah. This is why I like Skill Drain at 3.
Yeah, this is also I've been testing the deck. I didn't realize how busted Royal Magical Library is in it.
Oh yeah, right.
Can World Logical Library finally get banned?
No, it's still at 3.
This
No,
guy.
it's still at 3,
Magician's
man.
Library Cooper.
He set Nova Summoner. He set Nova Summoner.
Oh boy.
Magician's Library Cooper.
Yep. And I faced the deck, and it has one surprising flaw. Shiranui shit stomps it.
Oh no.
And this is why I'm gonna start main decking Strike when shit like this comes out.
Witch's Strike?
That too.
I think he meant Solemn Strike.
Both of them.
And they finally revealed the third deck, Labyrinth.
Oh wait,
Like,
you're actually
yeah.
doing something. Shit, I should have probably bubble crashed.
I actually like to call Labyrinth Diabolos and Finding More Bitches.
Yeah, that's not wrong. It's the new trap-based deck, but I actually like their archetypal pieces revolve around battle traps. I think it's hilarious.
Is this
Homing
the
Air Force
same?
buyout one.
What?
What was that, Yosh?
Oh, is it the same labyrinth as the one the friggin' Paradox Brothers used?
No, it's a completely new deck, completely unrelated.
Oh, okay, because like considering that thing exists, that thing is a monster at walling. The problem is that it's got no effect, so it's eh.
Right. And the best or worst part is that they are all Dark Fiends, so they're basically just Lair of Darkness support.
Are
Yeah.
you gonna play it because you have a dark deck?
Nah, I'm gonna stick with the Raiders deck until I find something else dark that I like.
Penguins.
Also,
I might play this with.
I was wondering why you cut Danger Bigfoot from your beast deck.
Oh, because I have Alpha now.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
What's the difference? He's just better?
Oh, by the way,
He's better?
since Ash and Ghost Ogre are getting reprints, you see the structure deck?
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Do you need anything from it?
I'll need a few sets of Extravagance, I guess.
I'm selling all my extras I get so we can work something out.
Sounds like
I feel like Ash Blossom needs an errata, honestly.
Nah, it's already hard once per turn.
Man, this guy just has Xyz for my monsters. Fuck.
Not, or if not an errata, then at least it needs to be like limited in some way, or is there already?
No, it's still a 3 of, but it's a 3 of and a 40 card deck. Unless you're playing Salad or Sangan, it's unsearchable.
It's a 2 of in my deck since I play Cross Out.
I feel like though, like, I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh in a while, so it's not biased or anything. It's not like me complaining about me getting destroyed by it. Although honestly, knowing how bad I am at Yu-Gi-Oh, that wouldn't surprise me if that was the case too. But
Dude, we all hate it. We all complain about it.
yeah, I feel like at least it should be limited to 2, at least. if not like limited to 1.
I mean,
Honestly,
I wouldn't complain.
bruh, I'm so annoyed. I literally
I
got
don't want
someone
my
that's
ass.
countering me with
I don't
fucking
want.
XPs.
I don't want my ass just hit. I just dropped $200 on Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, including 6 of the freaking Abaz decks.
Also,
I literally
speaking
got
of,
someone who's fucking countering me directly.
Bruh, that's horrible.
I
That's
swear
the
to
worst
God,
feeling.
if they somehow hit draw this list, I'm gonna be mad. Oh, by the way, I ordered
They
draw.
should. They really should hit Droll.
Uh-oh.
No, fuck no.
No,
Okay,
yes,
so-
they should actually.
I'm gonna mute you, push the server and mute you, because I just bought like a set of Droll, and then I bought an English copy, so I dropped $60 on Drolls.
I'm gonna get...
The reason why I'm saying it is because gameplay-wise, it's painful.
Yeah, but I don't give a fuck. I just wasted all my money on it. And then this guy's like, oh, you bought 4 Drolls off me? I don't do tracking. I'll just put it in the mail. So it's to the point where I asked for tracking, and he told me, if it doesn't come, I'm gonna be suspicious of you. I'm like, well, I just basically told him, fuck off. I'm like, you can go get it out of your mailbox and put tracking on it. He's like, it's already gone, and you shouldn't tell me to fuck off. I'm like, I'm a Chicago, and I say whatever the fuck I want when I want. Plus, I'm Italian.
It's true. Well, next on the list is Legendary Duelist Season 3, dropping July 22nd, but we have no other new information.
Of course it's the
And the God, hold on, you forget God's stuff in there too.
God-slaying cards?
The God, the slime Arvelous.
Oh, the slime cards. I forgot all about that. Well, after that is Power of the Elements, dropping August 5th. Gonna have the new Hero support, the new Vernalizer Archetype 2, which is adorable and straight gas for Earth decks that can fit it, and the confirmed support for archetypes from Grand Creators and Dimension Force. And there's gonna be this new TCG exclusive archetype in it as well. They say it's gonna be an unexpected monster type, which I'm guessing is gonna be either Thunder or Pyro.
Hold on, can we abuse that Earth deck in Melfi or no?
Sorta, but not really. They discard 2 to do certain things and then resummon an Earth from Grave, which is useful, but
Would you play it out on your Pair Beast deck then, or?
nah, man, they're Earth Fairies.
Damn. You're this close.
I mean, I might pick this stuff up.
I might put it in Gem Knights if I ever rebuild them. Which reminds me, new Gem Knight support revealed in Duelist Pyroxene.
Oh, Gym Knights, a lot of people want Brilliant Fusion back.
Oh, that reminds me. With your, when you made your Beast deck, for some reason, when I was like growing up playing Yu-Gi-Oh, I thought it called Way of the Samurai, like the card that like limits your archetype, or I mean your type. I honestly thought it was only like whatever the person who played it could pick, so I thought it was like hella busted when I first got it.
Oh, you mean Rivalry of Warlords?
That one, yeah. I don't know why I called it Way of the Samurai. I'm thinking it was 6 Sams, but yeah, I played in my 6 Sam deck and was like, okay, Warriors, that's it. And I like every time I saw my opponent play a monster, I was like, what the hell? That's not Warrior. And it didn't click till a few years later. I was like, oh, I was just a dumb kid. I didn't read it properly.
Okay, so
Bruh, why is this game actually just giving me fucking garbage hands?
So I'm also building a second Melfi deck, the one that doesn't run any Tribe Brigade. Side decks goes in mats, so it's kind of dirty.
Solomon Johnson is like a good card to have in your side deck almost always, so that's never wrong.
That's my opinion.
That and Dark Ruler no more. I've seen that from like how you use it so much that those cards are basically
I don't side
staples
Judgment
in side
or
decks.
I don't side Judgment or Strike, but I do side D-Bearer at the moment.
If it handled links, I probably would too.
I feel like you need a Solemn archetype.
I
By the way.
actually main Solemn in my RDA, and I main D barrier in my RDA.
Well, that's cool.
So
But for the record, there technically is an archetype that works with Solemn. It's called Counter Fairies.
Oh.
So I
mean, like an archetype specifically of those, like the people in the cards, like an archetype specifically for them.
Oh,
like
you mean Johnson and his bitches?
yeah, like how Jar of Greed got like a pseudo archetype.
Oh yeah, that is a thing I forgot about.
Okay, so I was gonna say, basically I don't play the Solemns in there, but I was looking up a Draco deck, And you need droplets to play Draco, sadly, apparently, this format.
That's a shame.
$550 just for the main deck.
Not worth
side.
it. Not worth it.
Jesus.
For $550, I could build a meta deck.
Might as well.
$550, I could build DDD and just start popping off.
DDD is still technique incarnate.
It does require a decent amount of thought to play.
Because I've played DDD before.
Well, getting back on topic, Power of the Elements also revealed a few specific cards, and I am very, very happy about some of these. They revealed Crawler support, which makes me thrilled.
Is it only one card, or how many?
So far it's just one. There could be more that they'll release later, we don't know. But the one that they revealed, Crawler Soma, is beautiful. It sets up their whole board.
I really hope you get like a quick play that works or a counter trap.
Anything will do. Any World Legacy spell trap will do.
But the main part I want to see is tribute a link. It destroys it. It counts as being destroyed, summon 2. You can negate a card effect after the tribute.
I'm genuinely going to call that this is fucking bull rigged.
Or it's a quick play. You blow up.
What are we talking about?
Okay, so it's a quick play. You blow up 2 of your crawler links to negate something, and you summon 4. Face up.
I have this weird idea.
Did it come face up, or did it have to be face down?
Well, you have to summon one. You have to have one face-up monster to special summon it from hand, and he turns it face down.
No, I'm talking about when the links get destroyed.
When the links are sent from the field to the graveyard by an opponent, or removed from the field by an opponent's card, it special summons 2 from the graveyard face down.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna summon it face up.
Nah,
Never mind.
Soma does that though.
Oh, you're talking about the crawler deck.
Yeah, the new crawler support that they announced. It's top tier. Speaking of which, they revealed a new spell card called Artimate Slay, and I love this card.
I'm actually looking forward.
What does it do?
Your opponent cannot respond to the spell's activation with monster effects. It sends a monster from your extra deck to the graveyard and targets an opponent's monster who has the same card type as the one you sent from your extra deck and sends it back to the
I hate it already. It messes with my nap beast. I hate it already.
Of course it does. But it also has a Foolish Burial drop as cost, meaning you can use it to just reload your Totally Awesome. You can get a Surge off of
of course
the
they
Arc
put all
Light,
this
Omega
broken
Reload, Unce Pop.
Okay, let's ban Imperial Order, but give a whole bunch of spell support. God damn it, Konami.
I was so busy with the duels and shit. By the way, fucking hell. I literally felt like I got like multiple copies of the same card each fucking hand.
It happens.
So
man.
I couldn't actually do anything. Meanwhile, everyone else was getting fucking combo pieces.
Of course.
But that's probably just the fucking lack of shuffling or some issue that they need to address.
They probably
later
have a
on.
bad shuffler program.
Yeah.
Now, this is the thing that I was leading up to, and I'm very, very excited for this.
I have to go, unfortunately, so before you do, I have a response to the droll thing.
Sure.
I think it solely should get gone because it's stronger than a lot of hand traps, even arguably stronger.
Alright, if it gets gone, I'm gonna make you pay. If it gets banned, I'm gonna try to find a way to come out $60 out of you.
You're not going to get $60 out of me.
I'll find a way. I mean, I learned from the best Jewish Yu-Gi-Oh vendors. I can make money just like that.
If Max C can get banned, even though it enables actual gameplay and thinking, Droll should, because it's a brainless strong card if you add one card from your deck to your hand.
Hey, okay, if they ban Droll and they bring me back 3 Max C, you're off the hook.
I honestly think they should, because it enables actual gameplay, and people still consider on Master Duel whether to take the Maxi challenge or not. Genuinely, people end their turn on Master Duel because of Maxi.
Oh no. The reason why I was playing Strikes, because I was testing something with my friend. We were testing 3 Maxi, and I was main decking Strikes, and And I was main decking strikes, so I only had one maxi. So my cross-outs plus my strikes just made him fucking log off Dueling Book.
Alright,
Can't say
This is
I gotta build an actual deck for that fucking thing. I'm actually probably going to do Metal Foes or something more consistent. But I gotta go.
Alright.
Bye-bye.
Mhm.
Great
See you
being
later,
here. I
man.
might come back. Probably not in time, but I'll probably come back.
Alright, well, we'll see you around, man. Thanks for stopping by.
No problem.
also, when's the next ban list supposed to drop?
A few months.
Wait, it's supposed to drop in April, right?
A few months. That is the exact wording on their last ban list. No sooner than a few months from now.
They already dropped one like a few weeks ago, didn't they?
About a month or so, yeah. Also, hey, CEO,
Ah.
how's it going, Dan?
Doing good.
I don't want to
Who
live.
has
I
a
don't
lot of
wanna-
bullshit so that I can overrule it?
Oh, well,
I-
as it happens, I was actually going to just talk about... We were just talking about the new stuff coming out in Power of the Elements, and they released a new cards information yesterday that I am extremely happy about. It makes me so thrilled. I might just build the deck. They gave us Moki Moki support.
No fucking
Yeah.
way.
No fucking lie.
Yeah, it basically is just Moki Moki just wandering through the cosmos, and he just searches. If my friend Richard would love something like this for Skull Servant.
Skull Servant has way more support than this.
Hold on. How do I spell Moki Moki real fast? 'Cause I wanna see if there's any bio.
Mokey. I love what it does. First off, it
Okay.
discards itself to search any Moki Moki card from deck to hand, which means it searches the normal or the spell, possibly more if we ever get more. And while it's on the field or in the graveyard, it's treated as both a normal monster and as Moki Moki itself.
Well,
That's
every
kinda-
copy of the Moki Moki Smackdowns were $5 before the reprint. Every copy of Moki Moki is $3, even for the vanilla ones.
I'm pretty sure I have like 2 play sets of each sitting around in a binder somewhere.
And then the Speed Duel ones shot up from 20 cents to 75 cents.
Well, as it happens, they're reprinting Moki Moki in one of their tournament packs over in Japan, so that's probably going to happen over here.
Cool.
Oh, wait, Japan gets their own tournament packs?
From what I understand, yeah.
Do they get alties like this, or what do they get?
I don't know. I never bothered to look into it because it's not in America, so...
But
That'd be
yes.
funny if they get alti Ash before we do.
That would be annoying.
Now, going into Master Duel,
Okay, sure.
there is one card that I am still ranting about that is still not in the game.
Which one?
Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon.
Well, it's relatively new. It's going to take a little while.
Alright, what set did this
Relatively?
come out at?
Yeah, it's not like brand new. It was released more than a year or so ago, but they've been having a lot of difficulty getting some of the new cards into the game, which is why we still don't have the new freaking Penguin support in the game yet.
Oh, I have a feeling they're not gonna give us the ban list.
Well, they did kind of say that every single card was gonna be in the game at first launch.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
exactly
but
that
it's
out.
but it's Konami. they feed us. They
I
literally.
mean, sure.
I mean, it's
Sure.
Let me say this real fast because I hate being cut off. It's Konami. They just literally tell us lies and be like, "Here, have this dog shit game where we don't have a custom ban list." They need a custom ban list for Master Duel. And I hate custom lists. I've never advocated the custom list, and then I seen Master Duel, and I'm like,
I mean,
yeah, fuck this game.
They do have a
did
custom
ban,
list.
Yes.
Oh, I mean like a custom list. Like, shit needs to be hit.
Oh, I
Top
get
decks
what
need
you're
to be slaughtered. Like, Eldritch need to get a slap on the wrist. Drytron.
No.
You know, all that other dumb shit.
Now
Skill
there
Dra-
is.
Skill Drain in that game is more broken than IRL.
saying. That is technically true. Now, what were you going to say, CEO?
Now, there is one Blue Eyes card that might be limited.
Which is?
Might. Chaos Max Dragon.
Nah.
Nah,
No.
it'll probably be limited when they do the ritual event, or they could probably outright ban it. But the next event I want is Fusion.
I am about scared. Or, I am pretty scared if it goes into the ban list.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay, No, well, it'll only be in the it'll only be in the ban list during the original thing. Because I look through cards and I come up with a hypothetical thing. With fusions, I believe they need to nerf Lunalight, because that's probably gonna be the best deck if they do a fusion event.
More than likely.
Yes. Yes. Lunar Light is kind of best deck. Kind of.
Sort of, yeah, kind of, maybe.
Yeah.
There's
Just a
only
little.
one deck that's better than Lunar Lights, and we all know which deck that is.
Well, the thing is,
Okay,
Lunalight
so-
is only the best deck in a generic environment. If it's limited to fusion only, not so much.
Then we have Blue Eyes.
No, they could still use the pendulum cards to fuse like they were doing back when they first came out. But if they do a fusion event, I really want some good hits. But if they do a fusion event, I want something busted in fusion just so I could see how many boards it breaks. I want Guardian Chimera to come to the game.
That would be kind of neat.
I really hope.
Yeah.
Because if Guardian Chimera comes to the game, you can just start pop. It'll be like back and forth like Zoo format. I blow up your shit, you blow up mine, or back and forth with two Draco Zoo mirrors back in the day.
That would be cool.
The thing is, I like to consider Lunalight the Wolverine of Yu-Gi-Oh. It's the best at what it does, and what it does ain't pretty.
You know, I can't even argue with that logic. That makes so much sense.
It is, but the fusion deck, I want to win the whole entire event as Metapho. Forget the fusion event.
It does have the most diverse variety of power cards, including attack
No.
boosters.
Oh,
Super Bali would be hit if Metal Foes.
I doubt it.
also, I want the relinquish deck to be not hit during the fusion event or the
That'd be
ritual
cool.
event.
That'd be cool.
And
But I'm just gonna say this one little thing. If they do a pendulum event, my Magic Specters have to get neutered because they're just gonna how they're
also
shitty.
Odd Eyes. Also Odd Eyes.
How Magic Specters are just shitting on the game right now. Magic Spectre Metapho and Magic Spectre with the that pendulum that negates that one that fuses, but when it's in the scale it says you can't do anything with spells and traps.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I can't remember the
Yeah,
name.
MSTTV made that build popular,
Oh,
and you basically go, Magic Spectre, this guy, Odd Eyes Vortex. It's a free Odd Eyes Vortex.
I mean, Odd Eyes kind of has to get hit.
Well,
I mean, the Supreme King version of Odd Eyes was hit. You all remember that level 4 monster, Supreme King Dragon.
Darkworm?
Darkworm, yes.
well, yeah, that's because the list that they currently use in the event is a modified version of the Worlds Tournament, where Darkworm is limited to 1 over there in Japan, I believe. But getting back on topic, after that is the Speed Duel GX midterm Paradox mini box dropping on September 2nd. It's supposed to be an extension to the Speed Duel GX box, and it's going to have pre-built decks for Jaden, Cyrus, Bastion, and the Paradox Brothers. I'm actually really curious to see what comes in the one for the Paradox Brothers, because I just want to see exactly how well it's been emulated.
Now,
Truthfully, I would not mind, legit Paradox Brothers support.
Me too. I would love to see Gay Guardian support.
Gate Guardian has not had any support since GX.
Gate Guardian has not had any support since the beginning of the game. Gate Guardian predates GX.
Gate Guardian's butt.
What if we turn all the pieces into Link 3s and Gate Guardian himself becomes a Link 6?
Yeah, I don't see many people playing it, but it might be fun.
That's not how math works. It would be a Link 9.
Well, anyways.
Wait, how are you gonna make...
Yeah, that's what
Imagine if there was a Link 10.
Oh god.
You'd have to throw some arrows in there that don't belong, but I guess it's possible.
Oh, speaking of links,
Oh boy.
Oh no.
I kept one of my Falco. I had 3 for higher cores and they're all gone.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I do use Hilka Fibrax.
Don't know what that has to do with for higher cores, but
Rarely.
okay.
Oh, there was how combos in for hire.
There were? Oh, yeah.
What kind of deck is for hire anyway?
For hire is the furry pirates.
But I moved
No, I
to
mean, like,
Melfi.
how do they play?
Oh, just normal summon, special summon, special summon, special summon, and every time you special summon, you get a bonus.
I was playing Tri Brigade for hire.
Okay.
I was playing Tri Brigade for hire, and I'd seen how much Beat and Raphael conflicted, and I immediately moved to Melfi. And ever since I played Melfi, I could play Gamma, I could play Crossout, I could play Triple Tactical Talents and get away with so much more. Melfi Tri Brigade is Melfi Tri Brigade is the best. Tri Brigade build other than Laralus.
And that one got hit.
There's Harpy Tri Brigade, which is fun, but my favorite version that I'm not gonna invest any money into is Tri Brigade Lunar Light.
Ah.
But Harpy Tri Brigade just shits on people when it goes off.
I bet. So, after that, though, we've got the 10 of the Pharaoh's Gods dropping on September 16th, and they actually gave us some information. They have confirmed reprints for Ghost Ogre, Ash Blossom, Lightning Storm, Nibiru, Droplets, and Dragoon.
Okay. It depends. Okay, it depends what the ratio is on that.
Oh, they're
I'm kind of probably gonna be shit, but I still want to get one case. I want to open the case of Megatons. It's fucking 2018. See, no. It was half a case in 2018, half a case in 2016. It was a full case when did Danko Senko get its reprint? It was 2014 when it was 2014 or 2014 when I went out and bought a case because Danko Senko in Exit Town was in that case.
Right. And
I
was just going to say, and they've also confirmed that this 10 is going to have reprints for cards from Blazing Vortex, Lightning Overdrive, Dawn of Majesty, Burst of Destiny, and more.
Well, speaking of Burst of Destiny, I'm working out a deal to pick up a DPE.
Oh, nice.
And my friend's like, you're going to use it, right? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to use it. He's like, you're going to use it for trade bait. I plead the fifth.
Funny. And the only other thing we got in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh! News is that Structure Deck Arlos Sanctuary, still no information.
Yeah, it's gonna get printed into a side set. Like the pendulums and the Samoyeds, and it's gonna be sad.
That's pretty much what's going to happen, and we can all agree that's pretty much the most likely outcome. They're not gonna give us that structure.
Yep.
And since they're not doing it in a structure, what they can do is make it to Samoyeds, nothing but supers and fucking commons. And so if you want to do that to fairy players, if I was a fairy player, I would want ultra rares.
Yeah, my friend Kyle's gonna be hella pissed.
I bet.
Cause guess what he plays?
On a fairy?
Yep.
Okay, well that's
How does that deck go second? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, that's pretty much all the Yu-Gi-Oh! News that I have. So does anyone have anything else to talk about real quick before we move on to other game topics?
Oh, before we move on to other... Let me just say this. Before we move on to other game topics, if Siphon Verte live to the end of summer or fall time, we need to find we need to pull Yugi no and kidnap a Konami rep.
Yeah.
That's... on the topic of, maining decks in Master Duel.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of obvious that I'm gonna be playing, Blue Eyes.
Yeah.
Or currently playing Blue Eyes.
Right.
A different deck that you guys might have not seen me play is an FTK Exodia deck.
Oh. I haven't heard that deck being played in a while. I can imagine it might do well.
Yeah. I mean, I could have tried, like, other types of burn decks, but...
Okay, podcast chat. I'm gonna drop something in podcast chat and we can go over this. Basically, these competitive speed duel decks are less than $10 each.
No kidding.
There's one under 5.
Well, that's cool. And all those are cards that are commonly found in the Speed Duel box?
Yeah.
I don't know how they differentiate, if it's like one of each card in a set list, or if it's just like a chance at these or whatever.
It's so fucking cheap to build these, but I doubt they'll win anything.
Well, I mean, if they're fun to play, then I guess that overrides whether or not you win.
I mean, the one I would play is Diamond Dude Turbo and Destiny and Dragoon Turbo, because I'm a big Destiny Hero fan.
Preaching to the choir, mate.
Oh,
I would play the fuck out of Destiny Heroes.
oh, that looks like Minecraft will be thing.
And the cheapest one is Rat Box for $5. You basically play Rat with a bunch of targets and Pokemon and creature swaps, and then Wall Destruction and Zomba the Spirit.
Well, that's neat.
That reminds me, didn't you say there was something about Beaver Warrior that you were mentioning?
Oh, there was a video a long time ago about Beaver Warrior where someone got it out to 1 million attack points.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's kind of a banned combo now, but a long time ago, like, I'd say about a decade, maybe more, back before the Blackluster Soldier ban, or hit or whatever it was, I can't even remember that anymore.
Well, the Siege card is unlimited now.
Oh yeah, that's right, the set is completely, the combo is completely allowed now. Basically, there was this combo where you played a specific series of cards over and over, and it would cause an increase in attack points to a specific monster, and as a meme, someone just happened to pick Beaver Warrior.
Can I mute Reborn because of the background noise? Or...
That's, like, scary.
It is. But if nobody has any other game news to talk about, you know what I'm going to talk about next.
Actually,
I
do.
Isn't Yu-Gi-Oh?
Go ahead, Blitz.
Yes. I think I have an idea.
Oh, no, I was going through my Vanguard book and Magic the Gathering book, and I seen a few cards that I had in there with $10 each. So,
Oh, that's cool.
I'm gonna just put it in my binders. Oh, you know what? You know what the most messed up part is?
What?
My locals used to offer 70% on cards.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're literally since I sell so much to since I've been selling so much stuff to my locals, and they know I make a lot of money off of them. They're like, I'm sorry, but we can't give you more than 60%. We're giving everyone 65%. So what happened was they're like, okay, then we're only going to give you 50% this time. I'm like, okay, you do this 50% this time, but next time we go back to 60. And the owner's like 55%. I'm like, dude, I know where every freaking key in this building is because I used to work here. Do you want people to run rampant on your Magic the Gathering collection? He's like, you can't say that. I'm like, I'm Italian. I do whatever the fuck I want.
Damn.
Bruh.
Crimes.
Bruh.
So, it's not Yu-Gi-Oh, but I do have something to say. One about Weiss, one about Pokemon TCG.
Sure, go ahead.
So for Weiss Schwartz, I just want to get this away. I want to get this out of the way because it's not anything like major. They need to localize the Dragon Maid deck already because I keep seeing them like announce new cards for it constantly, but they're not announcing like a localization. Like, come on, that's just teasing.
What card game is this?
It's Weiss Schwartz.
Weiss Schwartz.
No, you know they're gonna have to tease that shit with all the freaking fat neck beards. Oh my god, my waifu pillow. Please give me the damn archetype. Oh, every time you put in a new card, it makes me orgasm.
That's what happened exactly with Dragon Maid and Yu-Gi-Oh. But
all the fat netbooks going to locals smelling like their own jizz and fucking sweat and wonder why no one wants to be around them when they're playing Dragon Maid.
Hey, I think you got Smash. I think you got Smash players and Yu-Gi-Oh players mixed up.
No, he doesn't. There's actually a rule in Yu-Gi-Oh now saying that in order for you to participate in competitive events, you cannot smell like ass.
Oh, weird.
Smash has that too.
Okay.
They're like, you must like have to take a shower before the event. Like they made a rule at Evo.
I'm glad that they made a rule on weed because all the time, my friends would be like, hey, you're getting a contact high. I'm like, yeah. And that got me distracted, so I would lose a couple of rounds. They would intentionally go out and smoke. And then sometimes, like, two of my friends had to face me in a round. I'm like, dude, you're giving me a contact buzz. I'm like, that's the whole point. I'm like, I literally pulled him to the side and said, you do this at one more event, I'm going to turn you into a girl, and we're going to record it and put it on Konami Web. Konami, Yu-Gi-Oh! Gone wrong.
Oh my god. So before I forget, the other thing I was going to talk about was I was watching this video by Jay Witz. He's the guy who works on a lot of Nintendo stuff, but mostly it's like Pokemon. He was doing a video about how power creep works in Pokemon because technically there is and isn't power creep, where the old cards and new cards don't really work together because it's a format based. It's a format. Excuse me. It's a set based format where each new set comes into it. So it's like each generation of Pokemon has its own meta. So for example, right now Gen 8 has VMAX and V-Star cards and all that. And I've noticed like with the newer cards, their HP is way higher than what it was back then. Like for example, the tag team cards we had in Gen 7, which was they were basically like how V-Star cards are, where they were just basically boss monsters. They usually averaged around like 200 to 300 health, when back then the highest HP on any card was Chansey at 120 when the game first started, and then even after that, the highest HP after that was like I think 200 by Wailord.
I think it was Charizard at 1.2.
Yeah,
like,
I actually have
he was
my
the
old
highest
Pokemon
evolved.
cards right here.
Okay,
He was the highest evolved. Chansey was the highest base. And then Wailord took the crown at 200 in general, being the highest. And then it was only because Wailord.
Crazy came in the game, got higher HP.
Yeah.
Okay, here's
the more. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know if we have Arceus in the game, but here's my biggest issue with Pokemon. They make you rebuy the staples every time it comes out in a new set.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. There's like a Mewtwo for every meta.
Okay, I'm talking about they make you rebuy your shuffling, like the ones that let you add stuff, the ones that let you shuffle, the ones that say put some back and draw. They make you rebuy your staples, and that's what turned me away from Pokemon. Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Staple cards all around. If Pokemon just allowed you to reuse your damn staples and not invest another $100 in the basic staples, I would play it.
Same.
Honestly, yeah, that's a pet peeve I have with the Pokemon TCG, where a lot of cards are reprinted with the exact same effects. Like, for example, Bill, which, if I remember correctly, let you draw discard your hand and draw it again. They just reprinted that as, I believe, it was either Professor, I forget his name, the Gen 6 Professor is either him, or it was made into Tierno. But either way, like, the only cards you can really reuse in different metas is the energy cards, because it's not like it has any certain effects or anything. But I think that's dumb. I think at least like the trainer cards should be left to work in newer generations. Old Pokemon, fine, I understand that, but just the trainer and item cards. Those are all I wish they would make it so it could still work in newer generations.
Yeah. And don't even fucking get me started on the Tapus. Let's spend $500 on a Tapu deck, and then next year you gotta have a $1,000 Pokemon deck. The shit they pulled when they switched from 4 sets to this set, I'm like, how much a competitive Pokemon deck? Anywhere between $700 and $1,200. How much was it last year? How much was it last year? $600, $700. Motherfucker, who the fuck pays $1,200 for a Pokemon deck? And someone shows me a $1,200 Pokemon deck. I'm like, dude, you're lucky you're not in Chicago.
So the funny thing about that is, in Gen 7, I tried getting back into competitive Pokemon TCG because Gen 7 felt a bit healthier than Gen 6 did. You didn't need
Gen 7 had all the Tapus.
Certain Pokemon evolving them in your turn. If I remember correctly, like there were like Pokemon that were the Mega Evolution stuff basically, but they didn't take up an evolution slot. They were basics again, like Solgaleo GX, for example, which is actually the deck I ran. But the deck I ran was like $100 something, and I bought it at the very beginning of Gen 7's competitive scene. And then come to find out that they released new cards, like they released the tag team cards after, and the tag teams all run for usually like 50 to 100 depending on how good they are.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, the
tag thing, they're only good at the beginning of the game, though. I've noticed. That's about it.
Are we talking about the tag team where you could have the Lucario and you're playing with that little keychain looking thing from
Lucario and Pokemon, that's one of them. I'm talking about like the good ones, like Zekrom and Pikachu, or Reshiram and Charizard. Those are like the staples, you know.
Back when I had a good laptop, I played Lucario build with that online. But the only Pokemon decks that I really invested into and I don't think they do it anymore. I just bought all the champion decks. Sometimes I kept them sealed. Sometimes I played with them. Like back when they did the $15 championship decks that you could just play with friends.
I want to get the Cinderace deck. The problem is that Cinderace's card is kind of butt. Everything else in it is good. Everything else in that deck is good. The problem is like Cinderace itself, and there's not really much in terms of fire cards that can swap into it.
I'll be
and
right.
I don't mean like swap, like switch in. I mean like cards that can replace it.
Gotcha.
But
Well,
yeah, in terms of like power creep from Pokemon, I've noticed it went way up like out of nowhere. If I remember correctly, it was Gen 5 specifically where it went up because Reshiram and Zekrom both had like 200 something. They had like 250 health for their EX cards, if I remember correctly. And like Gen 4, the highest it was still was like 140 to 200. So it was still like it was rare for it to be like that. Now basically every deck has at least one playset of a monster that has more, or Pokemon that has more than 200 HP.
yeah, that does show how far the game has, well, not fallen, but come along in terms of its power moves. That it actually had to scale up the base powers of pretty much every Pokemon in its way.
Yeah, like so with Gen 1 when it was, say for example, let's just pretend like all three sets are out, because if I remember correctly when the third set came out they were basically getting ready to move on to Gen 2. Face set, Fossil, Jungle. In those, the strongest deck, quote unquote, was I forget the name of it. Something Punch. It's basically Electabuzz, Hitmonchan, and Scyther, where they're all base Pokemon. Like they don't evolve, so they're just, you can play them from the start, and they didn't use much energy to get a lot of damage. Because back then a lot of damage was like 50 on one hit, whereas now a lot of damage is like 200-300.
Yeah.
But like that was like the most consistent deck back then. This was before they found out there was a better one, like 2 years ago. But that's different. So considering there's that, there's Rain Dance, and then there's Magic Barrier, which is Rain Dance is self-explanatory. It's Blastoise where you put as many war energy as you want. Blastoise, he just like sweeps, and then Magic Barrier is Mewtwo, I believe Chansey, and Mr. Mime, where it's focused around Mr. Mime's ability, where any move that does more than 30 damage can't hit Mr. Mime like at all. So those were like the most common things, and those decks did upwards of like at most 40 to 50 damage on the hitters, like the friggin' the Electabuzz deck I mentioned, or the Blastoise deck that did up to like 30 plus, whereas now it does like 200. Fucking crazy.
It is.
So basically, I was going through my stuff and I found a bunch of mannequin cats.
That's nice.
What?
Mannequin Cat's an Xyz monster in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's
Yeah.
it has cheese possibilities, so everybody kind of
Yeah.
bought it out when it first dropped.
It was a common. It was like $1 common, but
Yeah.
like I looked in there. I'm like, holy shit! I have a bunch of these. I'm like, thank God I didn't order. Thank God I didn't order one. And then I seen, oh shit! I dropped 50 cents on another copy. Oh well, that could, because in the build, the Melfi build, one of the Melfi builds I play. Well, actually, I played all the builds I play in Melfi. I do 2 Alpha, 1 Dynamite. Not Dynamite, Dino Wrestler. But with the 29, you could do a funny combo with that.
I bet. Well, if anybody else doesn't have anything else to talk about, you know what I want to talk about.
I actually have something Vanguard related.
I've got one.
Okay, hang on. You guys all talked at the same time. CEO, you haven't said much since you got in. Why don't you go ahead and go first, and then after that, we'll let Reborn talk.
All right.
Yeah.
So, who has heard of the latest Beyblade Burst news?
No
I
one.
haven't, but are they going to do another World Championship? Because I know they didn't do it either in COVID.
They've been releasing more quad drive releases and more Pro Series.
Are they still expensive?
Kind of.
How much are they?
Okay. It's not exactly expensive. It's just everyone's been getting them too fast, so it gets kind of sold out.
Fucking scalpers are ruining Blade now. I mean, Okay.
I mean,
They can ruin Blade Blade. Blade Blade Burst Blades look like fucking shit tier plastic.
Yeah.
I mean,
They don't make them like they used to. Oh god, I sound old.
It's fine. I still have
there's
my
there's big
Grunge,
YouTubers called there's Beyblade Geeks, and Beyblade Geeks have been around a long time. There's also Zanki. There's also Illinook. There's also Left Burst. I've been subbed to Left Burst for like 5 years.
Okay, the last time I took Blade Blade serious was the one with Jinga. What one was that?
I mean, before there was Beyblade Burst, the Metal Fight was my favorite, mainly because I've only seen Metal Fight before Burst. I've not seen the very first.
You are missing out on quite the treasure if you haven't seen the original Beyblade anime. Oh my god, that the song alone was straight fire.
Fever. Kai and Ray had the most character development.
They really
Then
did.
Max and Tyson, and people people get
I don't have. It's probably just you haven't heard of it before the Metal Fight.
Because
I'll tell you what. After this, I will look and see if I can find a way for you to watch the original Beyblade show, because the dub was not the greatest, but it was definitely amazing for what it was at the time.
Oh,
Takara Tome has done much more than Hasbro lately.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So, the best saga is when Ray loses his beast and gets it back, and then there's the Cyber saga, where this kid. I'm just gonna give the basics of the Cyber saga. Kid dies. His body and his soul get put into a robot. He did some future stuff in the Cyber saga, but like the Kai saga, when he went evil and came back as good, that was one of my favorite sagas. But my favorite saga, all of them all, was like during shit, I forgot what was it. It was like when they were going for the championship and Ray faces his old Asian crew.
Yeah, I think that was actually part of the first version. I can't remember anymore, but I do remember that if nothing else, that theme song still rattles in my head to this day. Anytime I hear someone say "Let It Rip," it starts playing automatically.
Blade, let it whip.
Wrong
People?
one. Don't even.
People's mom beat
The
them
mean
with whips.
montage one.
Dude, wrong Beyblade theme.
I hear that song and I think of
Blade,
Bowser up
let
being
it
smashed.
rip.
It's ruined.
People's mom beats them with whips.
I know what I've done.
Yeah, that's what I didn't want to say that, but it reminds me of that one too.
I'm so awful.
Every time
there's
I hear that opening, that's all I think. Just like Smash
I've kind of
montages. Everyone
invested
uses it.
more on Burst than I have Metal Fight now. I don't even know when I got my first Burst. How was it?
Actually, I still have a copy of Dread Phoenix.
Okay,
Holy shit! Fucking Jenga's Blade said his money.
Figures as much. But yeah, what were you going to talk about next, Reborn? It's your turn.
Oh yeah. I was wanting to talk about the whole Shaman King set. Shaman King has turned out to be interesting, but they have one of the most busted over triggers that says, "Hey, punch your opponent in the nuts for 1 damage."
Oh yeah, the free burn.
Yes.
Yeah, anytime they used to use an effect like that in the actual game, it usually came with a stipulation like you had to have so much damage of yourself, you had to play a card at a set time frame, and all this extra stuff that you had to meet, and now it's just free burn.
Yeah, but here's the thing, most of the stuff really, it ranges from meh to what the hell. There's no in between.
That sounds about right.
Hold on. My friend just sent me a bio that this happened that I didn't get to take place in.
That's a shame.
And
branded opening just got bought out to $8 a copy.
That figures.
Also, the Shaman King doesn't really have any good orders, unlike Record of Ragnarok, which just says, "Hey, if you have Thor on the field, your opponent can't do shit."
That sounds like Ash Blossom to me.
Little, kind of.
Oh my fucking god. Fucking Masquerade got bought out too.
Oh no, because the whole Record of Ragnarok thing, they want you to get into that. They've kind of learned their lesson with Buddy Fight in basically making a promo set that actually has actual working cards.
That's good. Hey, sorry to interrupt real fast. Ashley, did you get your Zeus yet?
What?
So, did you get your Zeus yet?
No, I'm probably not gonna get one.
They've got bought
What?
out. They're like almost $20 for an ultra right now.
I can't
What's
say.
this about, Zeus?
It's an Xyz monster. It's called Zeus. It's Divine Arsenal AA Zeus Sky Thunder or something obnoxious like that. It's an Xyz monster you can play on top of an Xyz monster that battled this turn, regardless of its rank. It's an upgrade card.
Sounds like just a generic beat stick, honestly.
It pretty much is, but it has an effect that can completely clear the field.
What is
On your
with
opponent's turn.
anything Zeus where they just make them cure damage? Like, honestly, Smite does it. To my knowledge, there's a Disney game where they make him a damage dealer for mobile, though.
Yeah.
But like we're talking about Vanguard now or Buddy Fight, right?
Well, actually, yeah. Reborn was
Right,
talking.
I forgot about that game.
Yeah. Also, another. Sorry, nephew just gave me a heart attack.
Oh, I thought you like saw a spider or something.
If I saw a spider right now, I'd fucking fling my fucking Chromebook at it.
Let's see. Although oddly enough, neither Shaman King or Record of Ragnarok has had a restanding Vanguard, but like literally the Sword deck just does everything. Like they have an order for every letter of the alphabet.
That's insane. So I was looking at Vanguard stuff. The only thing I would play right now is the Zoo Colony. So Mega Colony, Great Nature, the one with all the plants and bugs. I would only play the Zoo thing.
Yeah, Mega Colony and their Paralyze ability is pretty annoying.
I hope the Great Nature deck is still decent.
The only thing
Nature.
The only thing better than Mega Colony is arguably Link Joker with its lock ability.
Link Joker's always had that, but I swear to God, a Bermuda Triangle is still good. Someone needs to get frickin' thrown into the damn frickin' F5 Hurricane.
Then you don't want to hear about Overlord and Friends.
They just make the Bermuda Triangle busted again. I had to fucking live through that when I first got into Vanguard.
No, Overdress had their own version of Bermuda called Lyrical Monasterio. They literally have a deck called the community has called it Overlord and Friends because they have a keyword called Friends, and their grade 3 is a Vanguard that restands on attack.
Oh wait,
Basically,
Overlord. Is Vanguard gonna get restarted again with the card game for a third time? Because I hope not.
Well, they did that for Overdress, but I haven't heard anything new about that yet.
I swear if they fucking do that again, Vanguard players are just gonna start fucking rioting. Rioting really bad.
It's basically the same thing that they've been doing with Pokemon. Every couple of generations, they just say everything prior to this particular series of cards cannot be played in official tournaments. But the big difference is they actually have legacy of... Well, I actually think Pokemon does this too. They have events where you can play legacy formats with some of these older sets too.
So, I knew Vanguard did that. I'm glad they took a page out of Magic's book.
Mm-hmm. And
go
ahead, Reborn.
Yeah, because the real thing with the Sword deck, it's just imagine unlimited utility. That's literally the whole Sword deck.
That sounds about right.
Because the deck has an order for everything. They have a push order. They have an order to immediately tell the game to immediately end the game. They have an order. If your hand is low. They have this deck has just orders out the ass. The only real problem this deck suffers from is actually having people to use the order on.
So the deck itself
Oh
is this
man.
cool stuff, but the problem is no one wants to play it.
No,
Is that what you're telling me?
you the thing with the deck is it struggles to put stuff on the field
Oh.
to use these awesome orders.
Okay, that makes more sense.
And also the really good orders will burn resources very fast. Like the push order requires you to discard 2.
Oh man, you guys, hold on. Are they actually gonna go through?
The
Go ahead.
finisher order requires a counter blast and a soul blast, which the deck can't. Like the big problem with most of the Record of Ragnarok decks, they can get damage denied very easily.
I bet.
Okay. Okay, I hate to go back to Yu-Gi-Oh, but I'm so glad YCS Charlotte's not gonna have the frickin' Albaz deck out.
Why?
Because I don't want to see fucking Albaz mirrors if they stream it.
Fair enough. Well, if nobody else has anything else, I'd like to take the topic.
Take the field.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
Well, I got a couple of things I'm actually kind of excited to talk about when it comes to Weiss. First off, like I said last time, the Bushiroad Spring Fest event is going to be starting soon, which is going to have separate tournaments for Cardfight Vanguard Standard, Premium, V Premium, and Y Shorts every single day. The first event takes place tomorrow on the 2nd in Ontario, California. Then
Shit.
Then in 2 weeks, they've got one taking place in Illinois and in Mexico.
Whoa. Illinois, Rosemont?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. What game is this again?
Weishwart. Well, that's actually Vanguard and Weishwart. It's a Bushiroad event.
Of course they get the freaking... I'm mad. Just ignore me. They don't get the Yu-Gi-Oh event, but they get the Weiss event. If you were going to travel to any event, Rosemont is the perfect fucking one to go to. I know all the spots in that fucking area if you were ever to go there.
I have a couple of exes in Illinois, so I probably would avoid the one in Illinois. But getting back to what I was saying, they've got another one at the start of May in Duluth, Georgia. And then they've got another one at the end of May and in Newark, New Jersey, which is technically the closest one to me. And then mid-June, they've got one in Houston, Texas, which I will never go to.
Same.
Yeah,
Houston's
okay.
too fucking... Texas is too fucking homophobic. Sister kissing sister.
Like, homophobic because their whole country's in the closet. Why do you think it's built like a giant rectangle up top?
Oh, no,
Man.
screw that noise. That has nothing to do with it, although that is a fair point. My problem is that I can't stand the freaking heat.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough.
I have low tolerance for heat. Cannot stand it.
I just love fucking with anyone from Texas saying how does it feel to do a cow every fucking night.
Okay. But next week they are going to be having an English Bushiroad conference, which is where they usually update us on new products coming out and release new product information that's going to be coming out in the near future. It's going to be happening on the 8th at 11 p.m. because even though it's an English conference, it's going to be happening over in Japan.
Damn it.
But as far as product releases, actually, I'm going to hold off on product releases. First, Weishwartz released a ban list for the first time in years.
I'm glad because that
Funny,
card.
if I remember correctly, didn't they not have one at one point?
They've had a ban list for a long time, but it was mostly because of a couple of translation errors when they brought some cards over. One being from Batman Ninja, the other one being from the Fate series. I think it was Fate Grand Order. No, it was Fate Stay Night.
I'm sorry, but Weishwartz has some really nutty shit that they need to nerf a lot.
Well, the latest ban list that they just released only made changes to 2 specific series, but they were Date A Live and Kaguya-sama Love is War, 2 of the strongest sets that we have in the game right now.
I'm really surprised it's only get nerfed in some way.
This is why I wish Weishwartz was kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh, where you could just mix 3 different decks together.
Sorry to interrupt, but I gotta have to head off.
That's perfectly fine. Thanks for stopping by, man.
No worries.
Oh, man.
I'm like I said, I'm surprised they haven't hit Persona or Kill la Kill. You know, the decks that a lot of people say are like the top tiers.
They are considered top tier decks, yes, but they were nowhere near as strong, apparently, as these 2 decks they hit on the ban list. But the reason I'm bringing it up, I've already made a video about the ban list, but there is something about the ban list that they do in Weiss that they don't do in Yu-Gi-Oh! That might need to be considered. It's a rule called of X, pick 1. Like, for example, of 3, pick 1. Ash Blossom, Max C, Droll, and Lockbird. This rule means that of these 3 cards, you can only, of these 3 cards, you can only run 1. You cannot run any of the other 2.
Oh, thank fucking God!
That
That
sounds
sounds
pretty good.
fucking. That format sounds like it would have gave me testicular cancer.
That is something that they've
choice
had in.
restriction.
Ow.
Yeah, that's something they've had in Weiss forever, and it has solved a lot of their problems. It allows all the decks to still play. It allows them to use only a set number of their power cards. When it came to Day Live, not only did they restrict one of their cards to 2, they also ended up giving them an of 3 pick 1, which was 3 of their best combo players. And for Kaguya-sama, they just limited 3 of their best play starters. So you kind of had to pick specific versions of the deck you wanted to run.
So it's more soft ban then.
Sort of, but whatever the case, it's a rule that honestly Yu-Gi-Oh! Might gain a benefit from if they ever decide to, because it would limit, if they applied it specifically to, say, hand traps, it would create a more diverse variety of hand trap facing, so you wouldn't have to worry all the time about getting hit with every single hand trap. You would get hit with a reasonable number of them.
No offense to the person who's dropped $300 on hand traps in the last few months. I'd rather not have that thing happen. I'd rather them not fuck with my wallet.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm just saying, like, that might be
the only way they can fuck with my wallet is they bring back Maxine, and I only have 1 copy at the moment.
My wife still has her ultimate rare version, I think.
Oh God!
Oh my God!
Please tell me she still has that ulti, because if it comes off the fucking list, you guys are sitting on 2 fucking stacks.
I'm pretty sure she does, but I'll have to check. Anyways, getting back on topic though.
Just saying, wishful thinking about them putting that in. The only problem is it's Konami. They have more brain cells than a brick wall, and that's not much of a high bar to begin with.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Like honestly, if they were to do that, they'd probably be like, you can only use one of these cards. It would be like say if they do implement it, like of 3 pick 1. Let's say you do that, for example, I don't know, you do it with the Performer Pals, where like, granted it was only a monk keyboard which was busted, but still, let's just say they put 3 of them, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like they would only do it with the cards that are really busted, but they do it with the cards that are busted on their own, not the cards that like work together, so it wouldn't really do anything knowing how they work.
That's fair. That's a fair argument.
I'm gonna dip out. Someone wants to do some playtesting.
That's fine. Thanks for stopping by, man.
My neighbor just knocked on the door to ask for $10. I'm like, God dang it. I mean, she always gets me bananas every week, so...
Well, that's nice of you.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll see you next time, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Go the chaotic route and give her doll hairs.
And...
Also, I hate to leave too, but my phone is like about to die, so I have no choice, unfortunately.
That's a shame, because I had a lot of fun stuff to talk about here. Stuff you might have found funny.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. Also, like, we could just watch Red Green like later if you're still down for that.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It's literally like about to die. So
that's fine. I can just leave this stuff for the next one. I can just talk about it next time.
Okay. Again, I'm sorry about that.
You're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
All right. See you later.
See you next time. Well, since pretty much everybody has left except for you and I guess now would probably be a good time to go ahead and end the show.
Yeah, alright.
Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching, everybody. We do the show the first Friday of every month at about 5 p.m. Eastern. It's a lot of fun for the people in our server. See you next time.
Adieu.